We're in the correct spot. Let me check. I know it's been a while. Hold on. I gotta check if we are in fact live. Come on. Okay. Okay, we're good. Hello, everyone. Felix here. It has been a very grueling last 20 last no, it's been a very grueling last 18 or so hours. Oh man, it has been rough. Sorry for for being so late because again, I'm eating again on stream, but please pardon me because to provide some context, I have not eaten since I last vomited. So I got to do that now. I know I did this last time. I'm not comfortable with myself doing it, but I have to do this. Mm, I can enjoy some food at least. Okay, excuse me, please. So, okay. Oh man, I've been through the ringer. Been through the absolute ringer, man. It has been, it has not been fun. So, I guess to provide some context, let me go post this. To provide some context for what has occurred, I'll get to the movie. Don't worry, and I did enjoy the movie. If you want to know what it is, it's very good. It's a very good movie. Mm, all right, there we go. Hold on. There we go. It was an excellent movie, but I did not have a fun time last night. I had it I had it quite rough. I wasn't fun. I so funny story. I was jealous of everyone who was able to do the like the Black Rose Lounge thing for Rooney, and being a wannabe mixer myself, I decide, you know what? I'm gonna try and impress her because I don't have any of the ingredients I have for her recipes, but I have some of mine. I have something that I could like replicate, and of all things, it was a Sex on the Beach. For those who don't know, yes, that's the actual name of a cocktail. Sex on the Beach is an actual name of a cocktail. It is excuse me. It is one part vodka, one part schnapps, um, one part orange juice, and one part cranberry juice. I decided to go for this no this recipe. 2 parts vodka, 2 parts peach whiskey, since it's what I have. 5 parts raspberry soda, and 4 parts orange juice, and that's what I made. I made one of these. It is I called it the Declaration because keeping with the Sex on the Beach theme, and I liked it. I drank it. I drank it all, and I very much enjoyed it. Now, what I should have realized is 2 ounces of vodka and 2 ounces of Jim Beam Peach is more than enough to get the average person drunk. And it made me incredibly drunk. It all hit at one. It all hit very like it was a very delayed, but it all hit at once. And I should have realized I should have stopped right there, but I was so buzzed. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna make another one. So I made like a half version of it with only 1 part vodka and 1 part whiskey. That was enough to send me over the edge. I was suffering that night. I was in trouble. Um, I became very nauseous. My heart started like For those who don't know, I when I went to college, I was briefly hospitalized for heart palpitations, which are essentially my heart is beating too fast. I have like I had like chronic tachycardia, and my heart started beating really fast, so they had to take me to the ER. The only time I felt it since then was when I got COVID, like a couple years later. This is the fastest it's ever beat. This is the fastest it is that heart has ever beat since then. I had to take like I had to get my meds to like slow down my heart, which didn't last very long in my body. I took the pills, I took my meds, and then only a little bit later, I was watching a fucking jelly clip to calm myself down. Real wow, he's such a VTuber fan. He's watching VTubers to calm himself down. Right after that, I decided, you know what? I can't hold this back anymore, and then I vomited into my trash can, my wastebasket, which is not designed to handle vomit, by the way. It is meant as a waste paper basket, like in an office, so I had to deal with that. I had to deal with that. Hold on, my laptop isn't charging. I don't why aren't you charging? There we go. Anyway, so it was that. It is a stark reminder to me. Well, at least I know my limit now. I know what my limit is. And doing all this kind of stuff. It was intense. It was bad. Genuinely, I think this might have been the first time I have thrown up in years. Um, at the very least, it slowed my heart down and made me less drunk and made me coherent enough to get up and take care of my mess. Which is not fully cleaned up. I still have some stuff in the bathroom I need to clean up. But yeah, poor little Cupid here has realized he's a lightweight. I will not be a teetotaler. I will continue drinking, but I will bear in mind to drink responsibly and no more than this is your limit. This is your hard bar limit before only one of these, and then you are done for the entire night. No more drinks, not even beer, not even wine. One of these and that is enough. Maybe I should try making a smaller version and seeing what happens. No, I did try. I tried making a smaller variation with only one, and it didn't work because there wasn't in it because the peach whiskey is what helps make it. But this is dangerous. But I guess really calling it the defloration really did this is not my first time drinking alcohol at all. I've drank it on stream before. But this one sent me over the edge. This time sent me over the edge. I am not proud of. I'm not proud of what I did last night, but at the very least, I know what my limits are and I know what responsibility is. Shut up, Feliz. I'm not Feliz, I'm Felix. Shut up, terrible artists. Why don't you come on my stream and talk about F1? You want to do that? I could invite you on. This is a car related stream. I could invite you into VC. But yeah, so that is what happened last night, and that is why I have been so out of commission for a while. Oh, I'm not gonna respond to that message. That is not for you. What is for you is this movie. I'm still eating, so please bear with me. It is an uncomplicated movie. This is F1. Now, I guess as a preface, I love racing movies. I love movies. You already know that. No, you right now on God. Maybe. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Why not? Why not? Get in. That's me making up for not joining VC recently. On God, you want if you want to come in, then go ahead. If you want in, just then like start the call. Even if you're like, hey Foxtrot, I had a rough night last night. Excuse me, I am eating. All right, okay, good. Terrible Artist is here. Hello. Yeah, yeah, you're on air.
I'm on air.
You're on air. You're on air.
What's
You
2
are.
plus 2?
What? Repeat.
Formula 1.
What? Whatever. All right. So, yeah. We're live. We're live. We're
live.
I gotta edit the title that we're I gotta edit the title that we're featuring you.
Collab of Row Racer's worst driver.
Where's that? Terrible Art 1ST. There we go.
There, yes sir.
All right. So, I gotta preface this. I think we discussed this the last time we collabed. I'm not an F1 fan. I am not a Formula 1 fan, to be entirely clear.
Fan.
Yeah. What?
I'm a NASCAR fan.
Yeah, I think you're a NASCAR fan. You're very much a NASCAR fan. But at the same time, something I really liked. It's like it is more like despite being called F1 and it being about Formula 1, something I greatly admire this film for doing. Excuse me. Something I greatly admire this film for doing is featuring all aspects of racing. It doesn't feature NASCAR. It
shows IMSA in that, where it's like, you know.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, because it shows IMSA and like the WEC series when they go. I think they show off Le Mans at a certain other track.
They showed off what is it? The 24 Hours of Daytona. This I want to see like unironically. I would love to see this in real life. 24 hours of the like sport like field like road car endurance racing. It starts off with that. It starts off with him for a team that's fielding Porsche cars, and it is beautiful.
Hey, any IMSA chads, if you want to know how to watch an IMSA race without going through
IMSA Sports Car Championship, that is. I need to look into this more because, out of interest, because anything that in any racing that involves road cars, I am instantly a lot more interested than like Formula 1, IndyCar, even like that's why I think when I watched Ford v Ferrari, I got into Le Mans because it's interesting because it's road cars, man. It's road cars. That's why I love And that's why I love Goodwood when I was last collabing with you, because it has older road cars, and I love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But to be clear, I'm not a fan of F1. I don't follow even motorsports and most kinds of sports. I don't follow in general. I play some sports in real life, but I don't watch them. I don't find it interesting to me.
I very loosely follow F1. I think the only season I really followed it was 21 and 22.
Yeah, but this one, something to like. It's a very uncomplicated movie. It is all individual spectacle. F1. This you saw this, of course, right?
I have not seen F1 yet.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet, but no. This is there's not much to spoil. The good guys win in the end, but it's a lot of It's
no way! I would never guess that.
No way! A sports movie about cool guys have to win in the end? What an interesting concept. But yeah, it's the good guys win in the end, but it's it introduces you to F1 like rather a bit slowly. The first and last races shown on screen are not F1. They're not Formula 1. But I think that's interesting because something I admire this movie for doing is not just like focusing, of course, on F1, but it's paying respect to the to the non-sports racing or like the different kinds of motorsports that clearly aren't F1. It pays a lot of tribute to
Yeah,
that.
'cause
It pays
there's a
tribute to
lot of
like
drivers that will bounce in and out F1 like that, especially years ago too.
like there were a lot of and it's
Yeah,
because
'cause
it shows these guys as like I said it starts off with IMSA with IMSA 24 Hours of Daytona. It ends on the Baja Rally of all things, which I think is a really nice touch.
Mhm.
And in between is all him joining this international European owned Formula One team I think was headquartered in the UK. So he flies over there. He starts driving for them. He's a former Formula One driver in like I think the 80s and yeah, in 80s and 90s. Which, as far as I'm aware, I think that was the what was the when were Hunt and Lauda part of F1? I know that was like
it's the 70s and 80s.
that was 70s and 80s. Yeah,
Like it was mainly the 70s, and I think Nicky Lauda retired in the mid 80s.
after his final like the big thing between him and Hunt, right?
I know the big thing with him and Hump was I think 76.
76. Yeah, that was because of course I watched a lot of Top Gear, and I remember in like this in the games that Clarkson, Hammond, and May have voiced over, and I think also on the main show. They mentioned it in Forza Motorsport. They mentioned it on the Top Gear main show that they considered it the greatest season of F1 ever. Or like
a lot of people do.
Of F1 because of that. I know there was a movie about it with Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl.
Yep, it's Rush.
Rush, yeah, in 2013, where he's
it's really good.
Yeah, I need to see that. But this one focuses on modern F1. But this guy, he jumps in the driver's seat and starts racing. And he is like he's old, like he's portrayed as like this guy is in his 60s. Yeah, this Sonny Hayes is the protagonist. He's in his 60s. He's Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is in his 60s here. He's playing an older, semi washed up. He's just like he's kind of like. They describe him as
it's like what he and the other guy played in like the Hollywood movie a couple of years ago.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Tarantino.
Yeah, it's like
I need to see that. That's like
Hollywood.
I think I've badmouthed Tarantino like a bit on my film Freakouts, but Inglourious Bastards and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood are three Tarantinos that I unapologetically love, and I need to see it in full because I've only seen.
I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I've only seen like the first half. I've seen the part where he beats up Bruce Lee. I really like that part, but this one he's like that. He has that sort of character. They compare him to a cowboy in the movie. He really is like the man with no name, a sort of mercenary without violence. He shows up, he does the job, which is racing. He gets in the cockpit, he gets in the driver's seat, and he goes, and he wins, and he gets his paycheck, and he moves on because he's been chasing, and like he describes it later on to a woman he's dating in this movie, that he's been chasing this high ever since his near fatal crash in the 1990s. Ever since he gets in a near fatal crash in the 1990s, which ruins his career and leaves him on this. He becomes a gambler for a while. He just
sounds like Kubica, because Kubica he had a major injury back in the 90s, but then he went and started balling literally every other series.
Oh yeah, huh? But yeah, it is kind of like that. He competed in NASCAR. He competed in like trying to get into road cars, that kind of thing. He gets into that real quick, and he's been chasing that high that he's felt in F1 ever since, and he's tried to and it portrays him as trying to be this sort of jack of all trades of all kinds of driving he's gonna do. Any kind of driving he's willing to do, he does it. So and then this old friend of his, he raced for Lotus, so his old Lotus teammate invites him back. And that Lotus teammate, who's played by Javier Bardem, he he's the owner of that F1 team that he joins, and he's got like the rookie, he's got the new kid on the block,
Oh yeah.
um that kind of character running for him. And so instantly the egos flare, and besides the racing scenes, something this movie does really well is the character dynamics, and it knows like both of these actors are really good at portraying downright assholes, like unapologetic. Like these guys aren't like you get tired of them really quickly, even though like they portray absolute dickwads, assholes, fucking assholes to each other throughout the entire movie, but both of them still manage to stay like sympathetic and likable. You understand where they're coming from, and it's really,
that's always what's good in a movie, when you make an asshole character but you can sympathize with them.
yeah, it's like they're still sympathetic, but they're unlikable while still being sympathetic, and that's what I think they capture really well. These two are at each other's throats from the moment they lay eyes on each other. They are like, they do not like each other. Like the egos are inflated. Egos are heavy. They feel like they have something to gatekeep from each other. The kid doesn't want the old man to steal his thunder, and in a way, Sonny doesn't want the new kid to like gatekeep him out of what he sees as his sport. And it keeps happening, but yet at the same time, they're begrudgingly helping each other. The first few races is a sort of, I guess, like comedy scene where he's intentionally causing accidents, Sonny, so the kid can get ahead. He is screwing with all the other drivers so the kid can race normally and get ahead, so the other guys can't beat him. And several times when they manage to work together, the first time these two, the first, like, it's the black guy is the kid, and Brad Pitt is the old guy. But when they finally manage to get some kind of synergy and he's teaching him the ropes, he has him vying for first place. He has him in second, fighting for first. He tells him to wait a second, wait for the turn. Don't attack him on the straightaway. The kid attacks the leader on the straightaway and then instantly crashes and burns. Literally, he flies off the track. He does that thing that Mercedes did with that one Le Mans incident. He flies off the track and burns up. That, spoiler alert, but he lives because it's that kind of movie.
Black Niki Lauda.
Yeah, Black Niki Lauda. He has to live because the movie has to happen. But it's still good. It's still good. Like, this movie isn't gonna win any Oscars. It kind of has a mid script. It is dialogue wise, it has like a mid script. It's not very good at talking, but by God, Lord have mercy. Anytime anytime there's stuff happening on screen, anytime there's a race scene, even if you know the story, it is worth the watch, because it is one of the few movies in recent memory that has made me lean forward in my seat with my eye yeah, it's not winning any Oscars, but I am smiling at the screen the entire time. It's that kind of movie, man. It's that kind of movie. Kaczynski, I've been following this guy for a while. He did Oblivion and Top Gun. Top Gun 2. Well, being Tom Cruise being my Kamiyoshi, he's kind of like Kaczynski's. Yeah, Kaczynski is kind of a big deal because he made what I can a movie in my top 10. Again, Top Gun Maverick, Top Gun 2, in my top 10 for greatest movies of all time.
Second Days of Thunder, it's in development.
Oh yeah, because Kaczynski talked to Cruise again, and he wants a crossover with Sonny Hayes' character from this movie, I think. But yeah, there's all that while the kid is out of commission, while he's recovering in the hospital, trying to getting back his physicals. Sonny has ingratiated himself to the team. He's at his best again. He's actually racing. He's racing normally. He doesn't have to fight other drivers like and be an asshole like a bully on the road. He's racing normally and he's good at it. He's back on the road, and then moment the kid comes back, moment the kid is recovered, like which is sort of accelerated by his agent, who I think is also his brother, being this sort of bad influence who is turning him against like this sort, because his brother is like a social media agent, a PR influencer who's trying to get his racer brother a big seat at the spotlight. He feels like Sonny is trying to take away from that, and he pushes the new kid, his brother, to be more of an asshole because he doesn't want that spotlight to be taken off of him. And this sort of drives a wedge in between them, even unconsciously. He doesn't know that. He's not really a villain, but he's only looking out for the best for his brother, but in a wrong way. He's trying to put him against someone he should be working with. They do that. They have their egos clash again when the kid returns to racing. But after that, they like the love interest of the movie, who is also the technical director and the engineer for the cars, manages to get them in the room together, talk it out, have fun together, and really build up this synergy. And it's that synergy again that makes the movie. It is watching these two people that absolutely fucking despise each other working together, being a team, sort of having this sort of semi father and son relationship. He is looking out for his younger compatriot. He is trying, and like even though he has his struggles with him, he still cares about the old, like the new kid still cares about the older guy. It's that classic dynamic that works really well. And again, it's what the movie is good at, and the movie focuses on what it is good at. That's what I like about it. It is not a cerebral movie. It is not complex. You are not there for character complexity. You are there to see two guys who hate each other learn to like each other and really respect each other. And that's the movie. That's really the movie. It's all feels, it's all vibes, but it works so well. And again, even if you don't care about that, if you're there for the cars, if you're there for the racing, by all means, you should be there for the racing. It is, and those are the absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. They kept calling it a CGI fest. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I do remember some guy on Twitter literally the other day said, "Oh, why the F1 cars backfire while F2 cars, and also that's how the audience is going to know stuff, you know?"
Yeah, like I don't know anything about F1. I've only watched I think 2 F1 races in my life. I've only watched it twice. Once when I was a kid, and once a little bit more recently, I think. I've only watched 2 of them. Like again, I'm not really a fan, but it really the shots from the driver's seat are impeccable. It is impeccable. Shots of the drivers, shots forward. They have and they also have real racers who are featured as characters in the movie. Like the final boss is Lewis Hamilton. Not a joke. The final boss the kid has to beat is Lewis Hamilton. And who else? Who else was Verstappen was there too. Verstappen was like the mini boss in the middle of the season that they have to fight against.
Saying Verstappen like that, it's Verstappen.
It's Verstappen, yeah. It's Verstappen. It's Verstappen, damn it. But yeah, dude, like
English like broadcasters say it. Verstappen.
Yeah. I just say in the German way. The speed racer. I have like incidents from the Speed Racer movie as a kid. Really odd story. As a kid, I was like interested in movies, but I didn't like them. For some reason, I threw like this autistic temper tantrum whenever we went to see a movie. Not a joke. That this was when I was like really really young. Maybe like 5 or 6 or 7. Like my parents tried to take me to movies that they thought I would see. I would say I want to see this movie and decide I don't want to see it. I would throw tantrums. I don't know why. Like, I think it was because I was easily jumpy, and sitting in the theater put me on edge really easily. I guess that's that like I wasn't I was like that was my early sensory autistic experience, I guess. But Speed Racer was a movie they tried to get me to watch, and it was, of course everyone didn't like it, like the critics didn't like it, but all the kids my age did. And my parents were trying to prod me, hey, you're into cars, you're into racing, why don't you, you're into Disney's cars, why don't you see Speed Racer with us? And I only caught Speed Racer like a few years later on TV, and it is mixed reception for a reason. I've never seen the original anime though. I have never seen the original Speed
Wait,
Racer
what?
anime.
Speed
What?
Racer?
What is it? Say that again.
I was wondering what anime you hadn't seen.
Speed Racer.
Oh yeah, no, I have.
I had not seen the original, but I know it's kind of unhinged for a cartoon of that era.
Oh,
But
just
yeah,
watch-
but the
it's all Japanese, so watch Lupin. Like, even
oh,
that's
yeah, well,
a lot of
I've
good
watched a
stuff.
lot of. I love Lupin, man. I love Lupin. That's such a good anime. Um,
Lupin a couple years ago, that was pretty good.
Yeah, the Lupin the Third, the first is genuinely one of the better like 3D animated movies I've seen. It is really really good at adopting an anime art style into a 3D like computer CGI. And speaking of CGI with this movie, a lot of people were calling F1 like, oh, it's just CGI. It's all CGI. And I read a review saying it's all like CGI bullshit. It doesn't feel like it. The
Yeah,
shots
no, there's
this movie
like
feels
there's some
very
movies that are yeah, there's some movies that are heavy CGI, right? It's like you cannot you can literally see the horse shit of it, but then there's movies right where it's like, yeah, a good chunk of CGI,
yeah, like
but it
Top
looks
Gun
good.
Maverick was like 50% CGI. I felt like it was only like 20%. This is the
Oh
same
yeah.
way. This probably has a lot of CGI that I couldn't pick up on. A lot of CGI, a lot of special effects. It felt real. It all felt real. I like it is the cinematography quality is so good that the
Yep.
cinematography quality, especially from like the driver's seat POV perspectives, the cinematography is so solid. I did not notice a single moment where I thought it was CGI. I did not have a single moment where I thought this was like, ooh, like I normally, like in like a lot of movies you can, like especially like Marvel movies, you can spot, oh, that's clearly CGI, oh, like that realistic thing is actually CGI. This one, you cannot feel it at all. It feels real, it feels raw, and that's the spectacle of it. You can feel it in your teeth how real this movie feels every single moment, and I love that. And again, this isn't winning any awards for its acting, for its
Yeah.
script. Like again, the script
Oh,
is mid at
uh,
best,
have you
terrible at
seen how
worst.
much like advertising they've sold for this movie? Like about $40 million dollars worth of advertising.
Oh, like I've
That's like
only
within the movie, but also the like out of movie like promotional deals and shit.
I think I saw there was like a sponsored by Apple booth where it's where you get to get like, it's like one of those rides at the arcade, those little screen rides at the arcade that you get to sit in, right? I think Apple built one of those for this movie, and then you could sit in it and then do the F1 experience through one of those. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just trying to find. Yeah, I was trying to find the F1 kitchen set.
Yeah, F1 kitchen set. Hey
Yeah, no,
Clanker,
'cause
and
every
hey
time
Dantiok. But yeah, I think that's a lot, and like I kind of trash the acting. Well, I mean, in a way, like, but yeah, like, I kind of trash the acting, but it's simple acting. It's all positive attitudes. Yeah, Javier Bardem, Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, who plays the kid. All of them have such infectious attitudes. It's very infectious. It's like you can't help but feel good for them. You can't help but literally cheer for them in the theater. And like their attitude, like it's all positive energy, and it carries over into the audience excellently. It is that is what I love about, like, character wise, outside of the cockpit, outside of the driver's seat. That is how it is. Like, you can feel it is a high energy movie. It is a very high energy movie, and you get that positivity from those characters. You feel for them, you root for them, you cheer for them, and it's excellent, man. That is, I'm glazing this movie a lot. Again, it has its problems because it is a rather it is a popcorn
Oh
movie.
yeah.
You can, like, there are movies where I would rather, like, not be eating in front of, where I would rather be eating a meal in front of. This is a popcorn movie in the best way possible. It's all spectacle, it's all visuals, but I love it. I love it. It is, and
Oh
you
yeah.
and like the audience is there for it too.
Mhm.
You could really feel that
Oh yeah.
energy in theater.
Show the classy F1 kitchen set they made that they sold as advertising for the movie.
Hold on, let me go look this up.
Yeah, it's right in your DMs. It's right in your DMs. I sent it to you. I can send you the
Okay,
link too. Let me
okay.
send you the link. It's Hollywood
What?
Reporter.
What is the? Oh wait,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull this up real quick.
Yeah, I got the link for you. I got the link for you.
Um, yeah, Shark Ninja and
Hollywood Reporter.
yeah, because the funny part is these were actual products featured. I'm not
Oh my
joking.
god.
Like there's a part where the kid has to, like, pose for PR pictures, and he's with a vacuum cleaner. Oh yeah, they have the
Oh,
cooler. They have the cooler that Brad Pitt sits in, like, half the movie. He sits in a cooler for, like, half the
dude,
scenes that he's like recovering after the race. He sits in a cooler.
dude,
Not
I
a
hope
joke. They have the cooler. They have the cooler, and they have his vacuum cleaner.
I
These are
plan on
actual
watching it all.
products because Shark and Ninja, or Shark Ninja, like, they're actual sponsors of the fictional team that Bardem is owning. They're the actual sponsors. Like, I'm a watch guy, and, like, you can tell it's product placement. I got into watches recently, and IWC, the Swiss watch company IWC, it is literally everywhere. Like, both of these guys, Brad Pitt and Damson Idris, both of their watches are IWCs. The clock the clock that the area that the pit crew are in is an IWC. The clock in the office is an IWC. It's like,
The,
the
the only
product
thing
placement is insane, but I like it. It's a movie for movie's sake, and it's like it's funny, man.
Brad Pitt crock pot. Look in your DMs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they were too scared to add a Brad Pitt crock pot dude.
Hold on,
But-
I'm gonna show this, the Jeff Gordon crockpot.
Yeah.
The Jeff Gordon crockpot. I gotta show. That's great.
Show the class to Jeff Gordon crock pot real quick.
Yeah, I have it on screen. I think it's because I think it's
Okay,
slightly
yeah.
delayed.
Yes. Oh, I forget there's like a. I forget there's
Terrible
a
Felix,
delay.
voice in Felix's head. High res. Wait, the movie doesn't suck? No, this movie doesn't suck. It's good. It's unironically good. I'm spoiling all the movie. I'm spoiling. Yeah, spoilers. The good guys win in the end, and it's happy. It's fun. It's a good movie. Watch the movie. I recommend it. It's genuinely good.
Yeah, 'cause I've only seen clips here and there of the show, right? But like I think the one I saw was like Verstappen and Sonny Hayes racing against each other, right? And it was like I couldn't even see the CGI or whatever. It's like, okay, it looks like, some of the racing movies they've done of late, I see that. Yeah, no, they should have made the show.
A funny thing, my parents were watching Days of Thunder, like, literally the day before. Like, we watched this movie yesterday. On Saturday, like, I woke up and they were watching Days of Thunder. I think in prep for this movie.
All my homies stream Days of Thunder.
I love. I wouldn't call Days of Thunder a reason why Tom Cruise is my Kamiyoshi, but it's like it's a little bit it's in there. And like it's like
Mhm.
compared to it's not compared to Top Gun, but you know, it's still a good movie. It's still a genuinely good movie. I don't
Oh yeah,
there's this
a
video
lot of
essay. There's this video
a lot.
essay saying on that Days of Thunder was the final hold on. Let me go find it. Um 1990. Yeah, but 1990. There's a video essay on Days of Thunder saying that this movie marked the definitive end of the 80s. This is the it is considered by
Oh yeah,
like a film like this film critic guy that I watch to be the final 80s movie. I know it was released in
yeah. 1990
yeah, only
overall was
June
like
27th. Oh, so only 3 days to it
Mhm.
like from this is 35
Yeah.
this is 35 years old. But
Yep.
this is considered to be the final movie of the 90s because of final movie of the 80s, I mean, because of the
Yeah,
aesthetics, the
because
like the scripting and how it's all
well,
made.
you could really see that too with like music videos too. Like 1990 was kind of still the 1980s. Because what was it? 91 was when grunge came out, and everything kind of changed from there.
I feel like of course I was born in 2003, so I was never alive for any of this, but
Oh, you're a 2003
yeah,
baby?
what
You're
is it?
that ward crud? you're
Yeah, yeah,
03 baby? Yeah,
they,
same, bro.
yeah. I'm a 2003 baby, so yeah, we were born there. So I'm kind of an outsider looking in, but to me, a lot of media feels like maybe that's how it is for a lot of media, but the 80s, like media wise, the 80s stretched from around 1982 to 1993.
Oh yeah.
1982 to 1993 is what I consider the 80s in
Yeah, because
film,
you kind of had like
music,
a lot.
in
Because
like TV shows, in movies and
it's
TV
not
shows.
necessarily that they took a lot of risks, right? But they were pretty much having big budget actors in literally everything.
Yeah, literally everything. Well, to be
Like
fair, all these famous people weren't big back then. They only they
well,
only
I'm talking
got
about like
big.
Sylvester Stallone, Arnold and
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
Arnie and
or in
Sylvester
the
Stallone
small movies back
got
then
pop.
too.
Yeah, but they got popular during that decade. They would have been
Yeah,
the stars of their time.
yeah.
Um, I've been watching like a lot of Terminator stuff recently. But yeah, well, like all that at that time. Well, they were just starting at that time. I think Terminator was made in 1984. Rambo was made in I think 83. So they had their start at the beginning of the decade. But things take time, and it slowly builds up traction. I guess kind of how it's not instant. It's not an instant thing like how like
Yeah, 'cause
in
I feel like this is
in
gonna be
modern
a
days, a lot of actors need one big break, and they're all over the screen. So like people like Ryan Gosling and Ana de Armas, and Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell, all these newer actors they only needed one key movie, and they are up on screen everywhere. Like for example, Alan Richson, all he needed was the Reacher TV show, and he's in every movie now.
hold
Um,
on. You say that right, but what was the
yeah.
woman that was in? What was the woman that was in the Barbie movie?
Margaret Robbie, she's been around for a
Yeah, she
while.
was in. She was the woman in Wolf of Wall Street. And that was her big break.
Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street was her big break.
Mhm.
Then she became Barbie. Then she became Harley Quinn. Then she became like the definitive sort of. She became the new bombshell, the new Marilyn,
Yeah.
sort of the she like of Hollywood. Although for people I would consider the new Marilyn would probably be Sydney Sweeney. Even though I haven't seen her in any
Dude, that's
movies, I think she's really pretty.
I've seen people doing diabolical things.
For Sydney
But
Sweeney.
yeah, I know, unironically. But hi chat. Felix is out sick. He got two doppelgangers for today.
Shut up. Hold on, let me add you to the screen. I forgot to add you to the screen earlier because I was so
Forgot to
like
add you to the screen? No
I didn't add you
way.
to the screen. I gotta get the thing up. I gotta get the guy. I gotta get the
Yeah,
wooden Indian up.
no way. Like, what
The wooden Indian, the Native
the
American. I'm sorry. Um,
fuck?
oh, hmm, guy. Okay, let me find your profile. Let me find your profile. I gotta add you to the screen. Where is that? From the last time we collabed.
We're all together, dude.
Oh, come on. Where is that? It's in here somewhere.
Brad Pitt
Um,
in the F1 movie.
Brad Pitt,
In the F1 movie. Brad Pitt in the F1 movie.
Brad Pitt in the F1 movie. Brad Pitt in the F1 movie.
Yeah, just scroll up and
Brad
see
Pitt
what I
in the
said,
F1
bro.
movie. Hold on. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere in here.
It should. They
Um,
should make like Uma Musume Pretty Derby, right? But for like race
Uma
car
Musume
drivers.
live action. It's
They
in
should
it's
make
in the
it up
style
for
of
like
Days of
race
Thunder.
car drivers. So we get like female Taylor.
Female Days of Thunder, but with like horse racing, and it's. Come on, where?
No, dude. I still think there would be there. I think there should be still a good, really good like racing movie. They're not racing movie, but racing anime.
Like besides
It's all
street
street
racing.
racing. It's all street racing. So I want like actual circuit racing.
Oh, you want actual circuit racing?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, oh, I found it. I found you. There
Oh,
it is.
I can't wait to see it pop up on screen.
You get to see it.
I got this like super low, so I can
The wood, there's
still know
the
where it's at.
the wooden Indian. Hold on, let me go take a bite of my food.
Dad, I demand you wake up.
No. There's the guy.
Hubba 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 hubba. This is true. I am 1/4 Native American.
But yeah, legit. What would like? Imagine the edits that we would get of Uma Musume if it was like styled as Days of Thunder or F1 instead of horse racing. They just portrayed as car racing without the cars.
Racing is like female Dale Earnhardt.
They have they have like the POV shots like from the girls' perspectives of like of them on the helmet of like one pointing towards them, one on the helmet, and it's them just going through the track. And then you have them flying off the track and exploding into flames. And I remember that moment. Well, yeah, it's not really a spoiler because it happens. It's like it happens in the directly middle of the movie. I went forward and like I was like, nah, he's alive. They're not gonna kill off their like second protagonist in this movie. And I was right. They wouldn't do that because it's a better movie than that.
Yeah, no. If it was like complete garbage slop, they would just kill them off and head the
They would have
main
killed.
guy.
They would have had both of them die if it was like one of those hateful. Ooh, I'm pretentious and I don't like racing movies. They would have killed both of them, but both of them like. But yeah, both of them stay alive long enough. Well, they stay alive at the end of the movie. No one dies in this movie.
What? No way! I didn't know that.
No way! In the sports movie, no one dies. But yeah, yeah, they have, like I said, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen are legit, like they don't get any lines. It's just them and their cars. It's literally just a shot of them and their cars fighting the protagonists like for that spot. It is
Oh,
and
yeah.
like
I'm pretty sure, like
there's a shot
Liberty
also where like in the final race where Hamilton is just like staring down or he doesn't get any lines. He's just staring down the new kid, Damson Idris's character. He's just staring at him, and then he gets in his car and then drives. It's great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Liberty Media, which owns F1's governed by the FAA, but it's owned by Liberty Media.
The
And so it's like I'm pretty sure they own the likeness to Max Verstappen and everything, right? But they can't really force the guy to participate in that movie.
oh
So they throw him in a movie, but they can't have him actually. They can't actually force him to participate in the movie.
yeah, that makes sense. But yeah,
So
this was made in direct collaboration.
Yeah,
Can you
was
say
there other
that?
F1 drivers?
Wait, can you say that again?
Were there other like actual F1 drivers in it?
We have the full list here. Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll. Admittedly, I don't recognize most of these names. I only recognize Verstappen and Lewis because again, I'm not an F1 fan. But they have a lot of people.
I know, like literally all of them showed up for like the F1 premiere, right? And Max Verstappen was literally racing doing iRacing or some shit.
But yeah, Lance Stroll from Canada, AlphaTauri. Do you?
F1 drivers. Okay.
Oh yeah. One of the scenes here is the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and it's something interesting because one, I've been like, as you've seen from like the stuff I've talked with y'all about, I've been to Las Vegas, and the really interesting thing, besides me, like being a big Fallout spurg, is seeing the street. Like they were all at the time when we were on vacation in Las Vegas, they were preparing the strip for the race. They were like from the main street of the strip of I think Las Vegas Boulevard was they were already putting up the side walls for the Grand Prix, and they had like the scaffolding installed for spectators. It was really cool. We didn't get to see the race at all. It happened I think a week after we left. But seeing that and seeing it like how it is in real life in the movie, it was really cool. The finale is in Abu Dhabi. But I was kind of hoping they would have shown Monaco. When is the Monaco Grand Prix?
Monaco is at the end of May.
At the end of May.
Yeah, I'm looking at like the I'm looking at the plot right last like one of those 9
Abu Dhabi
Grand Prix. Like Monaco's pretty like early in the season.
So yeah, because this is like the course of the movie spans the last 9 races of the season. He gets caught up like literally basically near the end, at the end of the season, and they're already suffering. But the arc happens over the course of the latter half of the season, when like it starts at the latter half.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of wish they would have. I kind of wish that we would have maybe seen the Monaco Grand Prix, because I know this is considered the most prestigious race in the world. I know it's considered.
I think the only reason why they did it for like the last 9 races, right, is like I think it's mainly for like I want to say something, but I don't want to sound stupid. Like where they can focus while they're shooting at a couple of certain tracks and shit.
Hold on.
Without having to constantly bounce around.
Let me look up their production. Yeah, prior to filming, Pitt and Idris tested Formula 3 and Formula 2 cars at Paul Ricard in France. Principal photography began at Silverstone. Silverstone is the where it all starts, and Pitt drove a modified Dallara F2 2018, which had the engine removed, and filming was done during the race weekend, but not Filming was done during the race weekend, but not in an official F1 season. Car was made in the collaboration with Mercedes and Carlin. This was something I was surprised to know. This is by Apple Studios. Apple made this movie, and so they got them to make a new camera based on the iPhone camera for all the POV shots of the driver and the face cam shots of the driver. Yeah, custom onboard camera for the car. Filming took place at the Hungaroring, Monza, Zavortsuka, Suzuka, and Las Vegas, Yas Marina, and Brands Hatch. Okay, Yas Marina is
Monza, Zandvoort, Suzuka. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, Las Vegas, Yas Marina, and Brands Hatch. Brands
Brand.
Hatch has actually is what Le Mans was like where like they had like Le Mans as a stand-in.
When Le Mans wasn't available.
Well, Le Mans is a street circuit.
Yeah, I know.
It's a giant street circuit, so they can't really like use it for majority like the year. So what a lot of them will do will sub in brands hatched in instead of Le Mans.
Oh, huh.
Yep. It's not the first time, it's not the last one. So yeah.
Filming was then forced to continue through the 2024 Formula One season to make up for the lost races. So they filmed these during actual races, I think. They spliced in like of shots of course the protagonists and their cars and did all that, but for the most part, yeah, they did get actual race footage for each race. Oh yeah, it is also Zimmer's. Hans Zimmer made the score. Oh yeah, he did it with Rush.
Hans Zimmer does everything. You should have just assumed that Hans Zimmer already did it.
Well, I mean, I know Gitch. I should like. Yeah, he does do everything. He does do a lot of scores. Rush. Yeah, there's Rush. There's what we were talking about earlier.
Oh, dude, Rush is so good.
Yeah, I need to see it.
Dude, it's on Netflix if you have it. It's on Prime.
It's on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Prime. I saw it on Prime. I'm gonna check real quick, so I'm not talking out my ass. But I swear to God, I saw it on Prime.
Excuse me.
Well, it's a rent or buy, but yeah, pretty much it's on Prime.
But yeah, something I like. Central to the score is a recurring motif for Brad Pitt's character, Sonny Hayes, which Zimmer described as a gunslinger motif. He explained every time that motif comes in, it's slightly cheeky, it's slightly heroic, and it really does work because it like I said, he's basically a mercenary without a gun. He shows up and drives. He does the job and he leaves. He's very man with no name-ish, but he's a contract only driver. He's a contract only.
Yep.
And
there's a lot of drivers that are like that, where they're really just journeyman drivers, or like they're road course ringers or whatever ringers, you know.
They just go at like whatever they can get their hands on, they're gonna drive.
Yeah, because you got like Boris said who raced about anything and everything, and also raced a shitload in NASCAR, but not for any big teams. He just raced, for like smaller teams, the road course ringer and everything.
But yeah, like I said, the ending scene has him at the bottom, the Baja 1000, which is really cool. They got him in a buggy. I wish it was a trophy truck though. It would have been really.
Dude.
I wish it was they got him a dune buggy. I wish it was a trophy truck. It would have been really cool. And I guess you can probably you're probably like better at spotting what it is than I am. He doesn't even have an RV. His home prior to joining the F1 is just a van, a big Ford. I think it's an old Econoline, although I'm not sure. Let me see what it is. It's a really old Econoline. It looks like, yeah, I think it's this one. It's this really old Econoline. Like a second gen Econoline. And this is functionally his home for at least for several parts of the movie. Are you there? You there, man? Hold on. Oh, you're sending me Uma Musume stuff. Are you there? Yo, I gotta take some. I'm gonna have some more food because I gotta keep eating. Hey man, are you there? No, I don't think he's there. Hold on. We'll wait for him. I guess I'll put him off screen for now. He's in the Gray, where are you? Yeah. All right, Terminal Artist, where are you? I think is he back? Is he back yet? No. I'll put him in the corner for now. He's gonna stay in the corner until he comes back. Are you back?
Yeah, no, I gotta talk to my mom.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
Oh, is that a sport line?
Yeah, this is this is his home for like the first half of the movie.
What?
Yeah, he lives out of his Econoline before he joins the F1 team. He just lives out of his
No
Econoline
way.
and goes everywhere. That's like, and
Bro,
by
it's
the way, like in that thing, in the opening scene where he's racing for what is it again? IMSA for IMSA in Daytona.
Yep.
His crew his crew, it's not, I don't think it's a crew chief, but it's his the team owner is Shea Wiggum, who was in the last Tom Cruise movie I watched, and I like Shea Wiggum. I wish he had a bigger role and stuff. I like this guy. He was the guy with the grenades in Kong Skull Island. But I like the actor.
Oh,
The one that got
like,
tail
going
whipped.
somewhere
Yeah, this guy, the sergeant that got tail whipped. I like this guy, Shea Wiggum. He's the
Yep.
he was the team owner
Oh, I
for
recognize
the
him. Yep.
for the IMSA team in the opening
Mhm.
scene. And is it really a tradition that like drivers don't touch their that drivers hand off their trophies to the team owner? Because both times when they win, Sonny hands over his trophy to the team owner because he says it's
Oh.
bad luck or something. He does
I
the
never really heard
he does
that
the
before,
champagne
but
spray, he does the milk spray and stuff, but he doesn't want to touch the trophy, and I don't know why.
I don't know. I haven't heard of that as like a thing or whatever, like anything really.
Uh-huh. So I think he just does it because of his
I
character.
know there's some trophies that stay with the track, like the Indy 500 trophy, where they got all the shit etched into it.
Mm.
But
I think he's just because he's portrayed as a very superstitious kind of character, a very like heavily fortune based, heavily like superstitious character, and he has some kind of nervous reaction. He doesn't want to. I think it's because his character doesn't want to get attached to attached to whatever series he's just done. He doesn't want to compete in that series that he's just won in, so he instead just goes and he doesn't he symbolically doesn't touch the trophy. Yeah, but I like this movie. I really did like this movie.
he likes the movie, chat. He likes
He
the
likes
movie.
he likes the movie. He likes the movie. It's a good movie. He likes the movie.
I gotta go chat with my mom for a second.
Oh, go ahead. Anyways. Oh.
No, I was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about earlier. I couldn't hear
Yeah.
you then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure about I'm not entire. I haven't seen going back to Days of Thunder, and the talk of a Days of Thunder 2 starring his character and Cole Trickle of Cruise's Cole Trickle. I haven't seen the whole movie in full for a while. I just remember some parts of it. Chevy dealership.
I remember
Tim
seeing
Dolan.
like the like what like
What is it?
the film. What was the shitty like YouTube channel that like made film reviews, but with like CinemaSins?
Oh, CinemaSins. What? I used to watch a lot of
But
that when I was like younger.
they
When I
down
was
on
like,
Days of Thunder and right, and it's just like it kind of I just didn't care for it. But fun
yeah,
fact about Days of Thunder, right?
yeah.
It kind of came up with a lot of the terminology that like a lot of like NASCAR
That a lot of real life racers use.
like that a lot of NASCAR fans use, like rubbing his racing and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, that I do remember.
They came up with that and everything.
That I do remember
Oh, hey, Nicole
distinctly.
Kidman.
Hmm?
I was looking at the stars and it's like, oh yeah, Nicole Kidman.
Oh yeah, Nicole Kid. Oh yeah, that was his wife for a while. That was his wife for
Yeah,
a while.
no. Oh, dude, this is
I
like
remember, and I remember Ricky Bobby was supposed to be I think a parody of this movie. I like I always remember. I think
Ricky
I
Bobby was
watched.
kind of a parody. Ricky Bobby was kind of a parody of like just kind of how like a NASCAR kind of got in the mid 2000s.
Oh, huh. It's just a parody of like NASCAR in the 2000s.
Yep, it's kind of just parodying NASCAR.
I thought it was trying to parody Days of Thunder specifically because of the whole similarities with the characters and everything.
Yeah. Um, I'm looking at like the appearances by real life NASCAR racers, right? And I see a name in there, right? And it's like, dude, you have Prime, right?
Yeah, I do.
Go watch the Dale Earnhardt documentary.
Hmm.
Really good.
Oh yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a lot about him, about the Earnhardts as a kid, especially when I was a lot more into racing. Like,
Yeah, you were born
when I,
in 03 and 03, number
yeah,
3.
yeah, I like when I was into it a lot more. But there's a lot that I've forgotten or just like lost caring about. But like I could like all the stuff, all like learning about it, what is interesting is going to be interesting. So I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind.
But yeah, the more and more I've learned about Dale Earnhardt, it's like the more and more like the F Fleming video is kind of like it's kind of aged for me in a poor kind of way. Where yeah, he's right, but it's like I don't know, just not the it's you know a time capsule.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Time, you know?
Well, I think that's all we have for today. You think that's all? You think that's all we have?
What's up?
I think we're yeah, this is all we have. I did kind of start late. I started late, and I'm glad to have you on. I am really glad to have you on again, because this was really nice. This was nice talking with you, and all this stuff, all this helping me through terminology and you know, talking about the movie with you. Although you haven't seen it, I do recommend it.
No, I have not. I've always seen clips here and there, and like there was a clip right from fans right that showed like the goofiest like falling like scene of like Brad Pitt or whatever, right?
Can you say that again?
And everyone was kind of trying to see it in the movie, right? But then they didn't see it in the movie when they went to go watch it. It was like him at Silverstone, right, or wherever.
Yeah.
And like they were like it was like some fan in the crowd like videoing her, and they went to go see that exact shot, and they never saw that exact shot of him literally stumbling and falling right over.
I don't remember that part. I don't think.
Yeah, no, it's like it's the. I bet your ass they made it a purposely deleted scene. Like it was funny as shit. See that?
But anyways, thank you again to you for being in chat, and then like I invited you on. Thank you Foxtrot, thank you user.exe, thank you Clanker Upstairs, and thank you Dantioch for coming in. I think let's see who we'll be rating. Let's see who we'll be rating. It is kind of late, unfortunately. I think how long have I been going? Oh, it's been around an hour.
An hour.
Oh, Sleepy's on. Nyaru's on. Sleepy's on. I can't raid Sleepy. She like I can't. I can only manual raid her yet. I can't. I can't raid directly into her. So we'll Nyaru's on. I'll go and do. You guys want to watch Mega Man? You guys want to watch Mega Man?
Sure,
By
sure,
some
my
guys playing
gangster.
Mega Man. Actually,
Y'all,
no.
you want to watch Mega Man?
Yeah, I'll give. There's my guy Hanti Miles. I'll go raid into him. Thank you everyone for coming, Otsu Love, and I'll be seeing you next time. I'll be doing this again on Wednesday.
Otsu Love.
Otsu Love. All right.